Alright guys, I've picked up a few different tech bits to see what's better than the others. I've picked up, basically they're the shortest ones. I think they're 50mm with the Makita. All the rest are around the 75mm or roundabouts. I think they're 89, a little bit longer. Tried to keep them all close. They're all PH2s. They're all for the impact drivers. You can see they've all got the torsion, differing torsion areas. You can normally tell by the red bar. They've obviously got yellow. Same as that. That's the Makita Gold. That's the Ryobi. All different prices as well, different claims. They're obviously 50 times life, 50 times life. I believe these are, they don't have that sort of claim. 3 times life, 10 times life. I'd be fascinated to see what the standard is for coming up with these. So the prices of these, Milwaukee was about $4.20. This is Australian dollars. The dewalt was actually $1 each. For a pack of 2, it was $2, so couldn't go past that. The xtorque, I think we were looking at $6 for a 2-pack. So that's $3 each. Ryobi, I think they were about $5.70, so about $6 for a pack of 2, $3 each as well. And then we've got the big guns, the Makita Impact Gold. I wanted to try these. Unfortunately, they only had the 50mm, not the 75s or 100s. I like the 75s and 100s. They're $7.50 each, Australian. So $15 for a pack. Bit pricey, but we'll see how much better they actually go. So one of the first things I want to do with these tech bits is basically see the fit into, I've got a couple of 100mm screws. This will put a bit of weight on the end of it and see how well it actually sits on it. So you can see it fits pretty well, nice and snug. On the parallel it's pretty good. Obviously it's magnetic, so it won't quite hold in there. You probably get to about a 45. Bit more. It's not too bad really. It's always handy to have on a job and it won't fall out of the tech bit. Next one will be the dewalt. That was the cheapest one. Same thing, good fit. Not magnetized obviously. Makes a big difference, but you can still get onto the 45 at least, a little bit more. It's not too bad for an unmagnetized bit. So not quite as good as the Milwaukee, but the main difference is probably the magnetization on that. And we have the Ryobi. The fit of that, I might change the screw. The fit of that is actually, it's actually quite terrible. You can see the amount of movement in that compared to, there's a tiny bit in the dewalt. Yeah, the dewalt and the Milwaukee are about the same for fit, but the Ryobi just wants to fall out. It's also not magnetized, but just that alone is a major factor. As you'll see, it's already, you get to about the 45, you can see it's already coming off. Yeah, compare that to Milwaukee. Massive difference. Then we have the xtorque. I believe they're mainly at Sydney Tools. I'm pretty sure they might be their exclusive brand, but I could be wrong. If anything, they're probably the coolest looking bits. Very different. The feel on that's pretty close, maybe a little bit less than the dewalt and the Milwaukee. These are also magnetized. It's not too bad, really. Pretty good. That's the xtorque. And lastly, we've got the Makita Gold. The even the feeling is a little bit different. I don't know if it's made of a different material, but the fit on that, it's pretty good. Ooh. Pretty sure these are magnetized as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are meant to be magnetized. They're meant to hold the screws really well. So I just went and quickly had a look at the packet. It does say it's magnetized. Oh yeah, actually there is a little bit. It's just not picking up. Maybe it's just not as magnetized. You can feel it, but it's not like the others, that's for sure. That's the Milwaukee. Dewalt's not magnetized. That's the xtorque, Makita. Oh, just a little bit less magnetized. You could always make them a bit stronger, but it is supposed to hold on well. It's actually known for that, but it's definitely not as good as the definitely not as good as the Milwaukee. I could really force that. There we go. That was the same for the dewalt. So there's the fit test for all those. What we're doing is using each tech bit, go through one by one, punch through a couple of these. These are just 100mm timber MDF timber screws. Punch them through these two pieces of timber. So I'll be going all the way. I'll see how they go. Basically, I'll be throwing it into the 18-volt Milwaukee, the impact driver, obviously. They're all impact rated. We'll see how they go. So basically, I'm just going to put these 100mm screws for the timber. Each tech bit. As you can see, we've got 4 bars, 5 amp hour on the 3 setting. I'm just going to be as rough as I can, basically. See if I can maybe break some tips or round out the tips. That's normally what happens. So we'll give it a go. The Milwaukee's looking pretty good. Actually, a quick look. So this is the Milwaukee shockwave bit. After that's one screw. Obviously, I know this isn't how you normally screw in any sort of timber screws. Usually you'd pilot them in and take it easy. This is just for a demonstration. You can see it's actually taken a couple of little chunks out. I'll keep going and see how many it takes to break it. Second screw for the Milwaukee. 4. And a 5. So it's actually still somewhat holding after 5. Not as good as it was. That's about it. So that's after a fair bit of abuse. 5 screws. It's actually held up pretty well. Probably be able to keep going. But I might see how much it actually takes to burn through one. So I'm just gonna heat it up. Just keep going, see if it withstands it. So it was about 10 seconds. You can see the end of that's pretty roasted, even the plastic's starting to melt. So the next one I'll use is the dewalt. It's a little bit shorter. The last one is, I think it's about 80 mil. This one's about 50 mil. Unfortunately couldn't find the same lengths. But we'll give this a go. See what happens. So I don't know if I just found a soft spot or what, but that was a lot different, a lot better. I might try to go closer to the other screws, see if there's much difference. We're actually on the dewalt. We're actually 1 bar down, so don't know how much of a difference that makes, but at the moment, I'll have to show you. So obviously all these 5 here are all the Milwaukee. This one here was the first dewalt, which just shot through, and then that was the next one, which was a lot easier. So a bit strange. We'll keep going. This is dewalt number 2. I'll do this one one-handed. The other ones I literally had to do 2. This difference is day and night. I actually did not expect there to be that much difference in tech bits. You can see a bit of twisting in the end of the bit. Starting to twist. Alright, so this is the dewalt. We're up to screw number 4. You can see the twisting at the end of the tip there. That's making me really struggle. It obviously starts to slip and starts to strip the screw. But we'll try to get another 2. Well, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Try to get this one and one more. Same as Milwaukee. Number 5. You can see number 5 sitting in there, but it's just in there. This one will struggle. There you go, our first one. There you go, number 5 screw from the dewalt. She's sheared off. You can see it inside there. Number 5 did pretty well. It's $1, so can't complain with the price. But yeah. We'll see how it goes with the heat test. So obviously the dewalt's sheared off, but I'll have to give it the heat test, even just because it's fun. She's smoking. I think that actually took a little bit more to burn that one, but could have been because it's already sheared off. So that's 2 down. Alright, so I've actually given it 20 minutes just to let the drill cool down a bit, and I've actually changed the battery, another 5 ampere, 4 batteries, and on number 3. So we'll try the xtorque. It's the cool looking one. Another one, nice and easy. No real damage yet. slightest bit of damage on it. Ooh. Three. The same. Slipping. Four. Five. I might do a couple more. This one's actually going the best at the moment. Six. Let's pump them out. Seven. Eight. It's pretty strong. Eight. We'll do 10. Nine. Yeah, you can feel it now. There's a little bit. Ooh. Well, snapped a screw before the bit. Might leave it at that. So that's 9.5. So that's 9.5 for the xtorque. I could probably keep going. I'll run out of screws. You can see that was the last one, so it actually didn't really strip the end. The tip on that's looking actually pretty good. There's a tiny bit of damage, nothing like the others. And it obviously had enough grip to snap the screw. So it's pretty good. Put it through the burn test. So that's 9.5 for the xtorque. Put it through its burn pace. Always struggle to get. There you go. That was a bit more than 10 seconds, but definitely burnt up. Alright, so second last one is the ryobi. I don't have high expectations for this, but we'll definitely see how it goes. They're about the same price as most of the other ones, other than the Makita Gold. But already, just because of the fact that it doesn't fit the screws well, I think it's going to fail. So far, so good. So after screw number 1 with the ryobi, you can see there, that's a massive amount of twist in the end. I don't know if I'll get past the second one. We'll see how it goes. Screw number 2 for the ryobi. Fingers crossed. I can't even. Nah. So that's game over. Game over for ryobi. That's actually a lot worse than I thought. Got through the first screw. And you'd have to throw that out now. Alright, we'll see how it burns up. ryobi burn test. The ryobi. I think that definitely burnt the best. So last but definitely not least, the Makita Gold. This is the one I'm looking forward to. It's the most expensive by about $4, $3 or $4. I think they're about $7.50 each. All the rest are ranging around from $1 to about $4. So this is pretty much double the price. For the shorter bit, remember this is a 50mm. Most of the others are around the 70 to 90mm. So we'll put in our first screw. Definitely great off the bat. These are flying through. They're actually going a bit deeper than all the others. A lot easier, more control. That's 2 down and there's not even a bit of damage on that. Just a bit of the paint. The gold paint's come off, but that's it. That's number 3. So just a quick look, that's after 3. You can see there's no damage on it whatsoever. It's only a bit of paint. Looking good. It's number 4. Go 5. That's full stick from the start. No control, just full stick. A child could do this. This is really good. No damage whatsoever, nothing. I need more, I need more. Gold with gold. Look at that. I don't even know how many we're up to now. Must be 8, maybe 9. We'll just keep going. starting to rub. So going back over the footage, got through 13. You can see this slight, if you can see it, bit of damage. That's mainly from the screw though, like the bit itself hasn't twisted at all. That's after 13. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, after 13 screws, still going pretty good. So we'll give it the burn test. That's if I can get it to spin. It's still, the bit's still good. That's after about 10 to 12 seconds. It's actually, it's not too bad. If you compare that, let's take this out. So going through and rating them all. The first marks was for magnetization. It was a half for the Makita. 1 for the Milwaukee was good. Nothing for ryobi. Xtorque was really good. That was probably the best with the magnetization. And dewalt was a no. For the way the drill bits actually sat inside the screws, I pretty much give most a 1. Definitely the Milwaukee, definitely the Xtorque, and the dewalt was good. The worst one for hold was definitely the ryobi. That's probably the biggest downfall for ryobi. It is a pH2, so it's not like I'm using a different bit. That definitely needs to change. So then marks for how it actually went drilling and how many screws we actually got in the feel and so forth. The Makita was definitely 100% the winner. I might give it 2 points, so we'll give these 2. The Milwaukee got quite a few. I think we got the 5 in, but by that time it was pretty much ruined, so I'll give it a 1. The ryobi got a 1. Literally got 1 screw, so that's, yeah, I won't give it anything. The torque was extremely good as well. And we had the dewalt. Might give it a half because it broke. And obviously they all burnt out on the burn test. That was mainly for fun, so we'll keep that out. So we got 3.5, got 3, got 0, got 3, and 1.5, 1.5. So obviously the Makita, I would highly recommend that, just for how durable it is. I'm definitely going to find some 75mm or 100mm and give them a go. I couldn't see myself breaking those, that's for sure. For the price though, I'd maybe have to go the Milwaukee or the Xtorque. The Makita's definitely pricey, it's twice the price. So it's definitely Milwaukee or Xtorque. I think the Xtorque was 6. What's that, 3 each, and the Milwaukee was $4. 3, 4, and 7. So they're probably your picks.